Hello and welcome to Chamber Talk, brought to you by the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association. I am your host, Shayna Smith, Vice President of Business at the Chamber, welcoming you to another episode. With me today, I have Chef Kenneth Mollyneaux. He is the captain of the BVI National Culinary Team, as well as the owner of Tropical Fusion. Kenneth, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, Chef, we got a lot to talk about today. Looking forward to our conversation. But let's start at the beginning, because you and I go way back, straight to primary school. So how did you become interested in the culinary arts?
First I would say my interest for looking at pictures and stuff like photos. I like creating new designs. Especially I like to see really pretty stuff, because I tend to say people eat with their eyes first, and I believe you like
that is true.
People eat with their eyes first. So whenever you go to a restaurant and something looks appealing to the eye, automatically you start to say, this looks good.
It looks like it tastes good.
So you normally say things like that. So I would say that's where my interest started, like just looking at my mom in the kitchen, because my mom is always in the kitchen. That's like an everyday thing. And as a young boy, I used to ask a lot of questions concerning like what ingredients give you this kind of aroma, because usually when my mom cooking, you could smell all the herbs. I mean, you don't really find as much strong herbs in the supermarkets like before. But I'm talking like when you have your own herb garden in the back.
And it's fresh.
If you just go and you pass and you touch your hand on the thyme, you could tell
your
somebody been in your thyme garden. You know? So it started from then, and I actually work right next door to where I was living then, in Long Bay Hotel. So my mom sent me over there, got a job, and I was just helping them prep. So my interest grew slowly, watching the chefs combine different ingredients together, learning the importance of time, temperature management, food preparation and stuff like that. So it slowly got into me, like, okay, this is where I really want to put most of my time and my interest, because in the food industry, in the food world, you could never reach, let's say, your max. There's always more to learn. It's not like you could say, okay, when I become executive chef, that's it. There's always room for more. I mean, I'm a member of the culinary team. I'm the captain now, and you still have so much more to learn. So much more is out there. I would say, just to sum up that question, there is the love of creating a dish or a meal and being able to execute it in the way you really had it in your mind, set out to execute it. And you might tweak a little more, and when you finish that dish in the back of your mind, you'll be like, well, if I do this again, I'll do it better. So you're always improving. You as any chef, you're only as good as your last plate of food. That's how I rate myself. If I cook something for you today and you say, chef, the dish was good enough, but from time you say, but I'm not interested in all the good stuff that I do. I want to know where I didn't meet your expectation and try to capture that for the next time. So really and truly, it's like you're pushing yourself. And that can only happen if you have the drive and the passion for it, because it's long hours in the kitchen. Long hours.
It definitely starts before we even think about what's for dinner.
The preparation part is the actual key part. Because let's say you're gonna do a soup, you need to make sure you have all your ingredients, all your mise en place ready for this particular dish. If you preparing a dish and you see you have something missing, as a chef, as a well-trained chef, you're supposed to know what else can you use to incorporate into this dish to get the same flavor or enhance it even more.
So do a variation of it maybe.
I don't really like to follow I would say other people.
Their recipes,
recipes as to do this meal.
Okay.
If I do something, I'm going to do it my way.
Okay.
I'm not an internet chef. You know, most people go on the internet, look up a recipe.
Yeah.
Diamond.
Okay. You create. You want to be original.
You create, and to me, you get that flexibility of creating what you want when you're your own executive chef, when you're in your own establishment.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say for instance I'm working for you, right? You have a restaurant, I'm the head chef at your restaurant. I might want to play with certain ingredients to create certain things, but everything is a cost.
Yeah.
You know, so if I go and I say, okay, Shayna, I go in the back, I'm going to tweak something, I'm going to try to create a new dish. You might say to me, okay, chef, this thing is a cost. Let me know how
much it's gonna cost.
You know,
yeah.
So I can't be in your kitchen messing with the ingredients every day, running up your food cost.
Yeah.
And then I can't really create what I really want to create, because I know if I come to you and say, Shayna, we need some saffron. You might be saffron. Okay, how much does saffron cost? I might tell you $250 for an ounce. You're like, what this really is?
Yeah.
But that's how certain ingredients are really so expensive. So when you go to dine, you find a plate of food might cost you a lot. Me, now if I'm dining out, I don't look at the price if I want something. If my stomach says this is what I want, I want it. You know? Because you know what all the work and the time went into this dish. So you as a chef can appreciate. And you see most people don't really get to appreciate stuff like that, because if somebody don't know,
I could see that.
You just don't know.
You'd be like, why does cost $30?
The ingredients, because as a chef, everything has a cost. If I go to Walmart, right, wherever I go, if I take up, let's say, a dozen limes, that lime have a cost, right? That's as purchase cost. And now, you know you can't eat all the lime, so you're going to have wastage. So you have your EP, edible portion. And if you're making limeade or lemonade, you're going to say, okay, how much can this yield? That's where you're going to get your yield portion. That's where maths. And I'll tell any
I was about to say, this is like a lot of maths and science that goes into culinary arts.
Wow. Feels they could get away from maths. If you say you want to be a executive chef or even a line cook, there's no getting away from maths. You could twist it how you want to twist it, there's no getting away from maths. Because if I'm the chef and I come to you and say, listen, we have a group coming in tonight, and I want 8 bowls of soup, 4-ounce portions. You're supposed to tell me off the bat
how much you need of everything.
How much I need. Because if the chef said to you, okay, we're doing this, give me a gallon of soup, how much can it feed? You're supposed to be clicking. You know how much soup, how much ounces in a gallon. So you can't say, if I give you a recipe to make bread, you're supposed to have the ingredients in front of you and saying to me, chef, I don't really understand this, or I don't understand that, because if you now take ounce and turn it into something else, your recipe can be wrong. And it's all maths. You can't, you just can't go or walk around it. You can't. You have to be good in maths to actually be able to do certain ingredients and measuring and stuff. If you portion out meat, same thing. You're going by ounces, you know, pounds and all them stuff.
And we're gonna talk more about your transition now from being an employee to entrepreneur a little bit later, because now it goes into the whole thing of running the business. Where you actually now had to adapt to another environment and adapt another set of skills that, you know, continue to play in terms of your development. So how did you become involved in the National Culinary Team?
Well, as far back as I can remember, I went on the National Culinary Team at first as an observer to absorb what the guys do, when they were doing the practice dinners and stuff.
Okay.
I went to a few practice dinners first, just basically absorbing, helping out the guys, getting ingredients together, like getting the community table organized. That's just like one long table with all the different ingredients and stuff.
Okay.
So I started getting an idea of what this competition is like, because back then they were doing it the same way how the competition do it now. You actually cooking outdoor, not in a commercial kitchen.
Okay.
And you just cooking on, it's like a community table, but they actually take 3 buffet tables, 3 8-foot tables, and they make like a U out of them.
Okay.
So you're inside of
in
that,
the middle.
inside of that U.
Okay.
And you have it could be a left or your right. You have your washing station, and the table that is right in front of where the judge is gonna be passed, and that's more than likely your productive station where you're actually doing most of your meat preparation, most of your veg and all of that. And the station to the very end is what they normally give to like the pastry chef.
Okay.
So that person could have like a station for themselves.
Okay.
So I was observant of all those stuff there.
Okay.
And
so when was your first competition when you competed? Do you remember?
I can remember my first. I can't remember the actual year, but my first competition. I think it was in Miami. It was in Miami at the Hyatt Regency.
And this is Taste of the Caribbean.
Taste of the Caribbean.
We spoke about it before you guys left on the show, actually. So he's going to give us all the experience from this year's competition. But go ahead. Tell me what your first competition was like.
My first competition is like, man, the pressure. I mean, you could tell anybody what to expect at a competition. But walking through there and feeling the pressure of all these press, all these onlookers, all these people, just everybody trying to be the best. You have all the chefs, all the top chefs from the Caribbean, everybody put forward their best chefs. And they go to Miami and they try to win. It's not about cooking. We want to win.
You want to win the gold.
Because when you come back to your country, you want to get your chest up.
You want to have the gold on your neck.
You want to feel good.
I understand.
And my very first time, I had to get accustomed of the pressure.
That whole intense atmosphere.
It was intense.
Wow.
I mean, you could actually feel the intensity in the air. I mean, guys, you're as close as St. Martin. I think we cooked against St. Martin and the AM session. We was the first to cook. And St. Martin team was about the distance where you're sitting from me.
Okay.
And if you have a team that close to you cooking, and those guys appear to you like they're doing what they're doing in a fast timing manner, and you know this is your first time, it's either you get your cats together quick, or you're gonna fall behind, right? That year, I think we won bronze that year. Overall.
Okay.
And I take it to heart. Because I know we didn't went to Miami for no bronze. So it was, I think that as soon as we got our awards and stuff, I tell the guys, no hard feelings in the but I think I need to go to my room to clear my head. It was so much energy that was put into this competition. I didn't expect to get a bronze, but when I really look at the overall outcome of it, I kind of was a little tough on myself. So I said, you know what? It's my first time. Let me give myself a little room, but I didn't give myself a lot of room to say, okay, you do all right. Because to me, a bronze, that's like your fail.
It ain't a goal.
It ain't a goal. I don't care how you look at it, it ain't a goal. Right? So that was the first time around, and even the guys who was on the team with me, they encouraged me and tell me, listen, this is your first time, right? But my most important learning session out of that first competition was going to get your critique.
Okay.
After all the teams already cooked, then what the judges will do is call you up. There's a team BVI, and team BVI will go up and get their critiques. So you will know at the debriefing and stuff, you will know actually where you went wrong in preparing this meal. If the teamwork was together right, because listen, this is not just about one person. This is about a team. Right?
Yeah.
You could be the best, and I might be a little weaker than you. Those judges will see that.
They see that, okay.
Right?
So they're looking at the judging teamwork too, in addition to preparing the food.
Your sanitary skills, your knife skills have to be on point. And basically that the spirit, that spirit that you walk into that competition with, because even though it's a competition, you're still supposed to have that team spirit amongst your peers.
Yeah, okay.
You understand? Because I think that first year when we compete, we didn't have all the equipment that most of the big teams had.
Okay.
But I think St. Martin still allow us to use some of their major tools. Like we didn't have like a deep fryer and stuff like that, portable deep fryer. I mean, they provide everything for other teams, but you'll have like a big one station with a big deep fryer, and everybody gonna use
have
it.
To
you
share.
know the kind of chaos.
Imagine. I can't imagine, but because from the cooking shows on TV, I guess it gave me a sense of, you know.
And you have to be able to think really fast, because I think that year when we went there, the chef, the pastry chef, he made a mousse, and you only have one freezer. And somebody didn't shut the freezer door.
Wow.
So you have to now still try to finish your dish. And this is not like, and I want people to know, this is not like Chop or Iron Chef. Look at the difference how the amount of pressure we be under. In Iron Chef, they create a menu as they go. We can't do that. You have to create a menu, write your menu within the first hour, get all your ingredients that you need, and turn back in the ingredients that you're not using. So if you're saying you're making crab cakes infused with shadow benny or infused with cilantro, at the end of the day, you can do fritters because you said cake. Okay?
Yeah.
But in Iron Chef himself, you see they will ask them at the end what a dish is.
Yeah.
I look at that as easy work.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they're making it up as they go along.
They're making it as they go along.
Yeah.
So I can't hold you accountable to sticking to no rules. Because you make it as you go. If something don't turn out the way you want it to turn out, then you could do something else. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. I've seen different teams. I won't call out the name of the team, but I saw one team in particular had a gallon of milk left on their station after the hour. And you know where that milk went? You ought to drink milk or something. You can't throw it away because the judge is right there looking at you.
And it's not incorporated, so you have to figure something out. Wow.
You have to make it disappear.
Oh, wow.
And that was my first year experience. And trust me, I don't think anybody could have scolded me more than I scold myself after that first.
You were your own worst critic.
Trust me, I was hard on myself.
To
come back home to face Tatula crowd. Oh, that's all the brands I could do. I mean,
you know how harsh we could get. I appreciate that.
It really make you feel that way.
That's awesome.
It makes you appreciate winning more.
Well, Chef, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back.